Recording. The cat is in the background playing with a pen.
Excellent.
We're all set. And obviously, welcome to Night Night Gaming's new little thing that we're going to do called Sitting with Sinners.
Welcome, people. Welcome.
And what is it we're
Happy
doing?
that you're here.
Yeah. What is it we're doing? We're just
I'm just gonna, shoot the breeze and let everybody know that the channel won't be exactly changing, but it will be changing. Not for the people watching, but for ourselves.
doing a little something new.
Yeah, something we should have been doing the whole time, but we haven't been because, well, like the like the title says, you're sitting with sinners. So
we are sinners.
Yeah, we ain't gonna preach at you. We ain't gonna tell you you're going to hell because of whatever.
Not for us to decide.
Well, it's not. It's up to you, and that's a choice that you get to make. So
exactly.
Right now, the question is, well, why would God give us a choice if that choice would be what you're choosing? Well, that's your choice, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing: God gave us free will, and with that free will, I think He really wanted us to choose Him out of love, not fear.
That's right. That's right.
But that's a choice you have to make. So,
exactly.
Sitting with Sinners is basically what we're doing is we're kind of giving people the opportunity to get to know us a little better. We know the channel can be rough around the edges. We play some games. Obviously, Grand Theft Auto is not exactly church friendly.
That's right.
But it's just a game we play and we have fun with each other. But who we really are, instead of not just our internet personas, we are a Christian gaming family here.
Although sometimes it doesn't sound like that, but we're going to work on changing that.
Well, everybody strives to do better, and we're going to fail every single day, and that's why we need Jesus.
Yes, always.
We are missing one person from this chat. It is Nightingale. She may or may not join us, but this is something that we're just kind of killing some time here and thought, let's just do this.
That's right.
So, as far as like what we want to do on this, we are open to questions. We're open to maybe even do a live stream sometime where you guys can talk to us, as it happens, obviously. We just want to educate ourselves. We're each on our own journey in our relationship with Jesus, and we're just going to share that with whoever we can. Even if that means through gaming, or sometimes it may not even be Sitting with Sinners, we may throw something else up where it's just night gaming and we just want to talk about random stuff, probably focus on like entertainment, things like that. But we have Christian values, and that's where we come from. You can like us, you can hate us. We're not here to judge. We are here to entertain, period.
And you're more than free to unsubscribe. We wish that you don't, but if you choose to, then that's up to you. Like we said at the beginning, we're not here to shove things down your throat. We do love everybody. We may not agree with them, but remember, disagreement isn't hatred like the world wants you to believe.
That's true. And everybody's welcome. We're not the type like you do you. That's between you and the good Lord above. But we just want to talk about our personal journeys and where we're coming from, things like that. And it's a little more in depth on us, who we are, at our values. Exactly.
Yep.
This may not be a very long one. This is probably just going to be a little introduction, but.
Well, I mean, you can start by saying, what brought you to the conclusions, or what brought you to the cross, what brought you to Calvary, what brought you to your knees, essentially. And when I say that, I don't mean like, God's got his thumb on you,
Oh.
because he did give you free will. Clearly from Genesis, we see that, right? So,
Yeah, I mean, it's for me personally, it's just what I've seen throughout my life. I I have prayed for things, and things have happened for me that maybe I didn't see them at the time. Actually, Breezy is a prayer answered. That is 100%
Aw.
true. And it's not just because she's on the other end of this earpiece and microphone. She is legit.
she's in the other room with a frying pan. That's what's going on.
Can I have
I am not.
can I have that cookie you promised me now?
She's giggling, but it's the truth. She giggles, but it's true. No. Anyways, continue.
Oh no, I mean that's pretty much it. That's just I need Jesus in my life, and that's a good start for me.
But why? Why do you feel that way?
Because
I'm being the devil's advocate here. Like, what brought you to it? Like, was it one day, something you read, something somebody said, or
well,
I'm just curious.
I think
People want to know, right?
Maybe. I give a little bit of credit of that to my mom. She was always not pushy Christian,
Right.
but she's always been Christian, and I was brought up in a Christian household. So, my dad a little less on the Christian side, but still a believer. And when, like 2 weeks before he passed, he rededicated his life to Christ, and that was
Yeah, amen.
that was
That was beautiful to watch.
ooh, I had tears in my eyes that day, buddy. Let me tell you, it was.
Oh yeah.
He told me God gave him a new purpose, and he didn't know what it was, but he wanted to see it fulfilled. And
Yeah.
in a way, maybe he did in that 2 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
we don't know. That's the thing. Yeah.
But I know I'll see him again someday, and that's what's important to me.
Oh yes.
But yeah, I've pretty much been Christian my whole life. So, and I've never been given a reason not to be. I've had my little moments where, like I've been angry with God. I've not necessarily shook my fist at him, but close enough.
Mhm.
And I regret that because I didn't see what he was doing for me in the background. It is legit a relationship where you really have to seek it. And
Well, yes, yeah. You have to seek, right?
yeah, and I honestly, the people that I know who are Christians and they do seek Jesus in their life and they welcome him into their life, it's like night and day from the people that I know that don't.
Hmm.
I mean, it's just the attitude, the expressions, the conversations that you can have. Some are miserable and some are not. And it's when you're going through depression and you have Jesus to fall back on, it's a safety net in a way. Not saying Jesus is meant to be a safety net. He's everything. It's who he is.
Hmm.
That's my personal perspective and things that I've seen.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
What was the biggest evidence?
What was the biggest evidence?
Yeah, for you personally. Like, what kind of really made it clear?
I think it was multiple things, really. First time I ever sought salvation, I think I was around 12 or 13, something like that. And it was the front desk in my science class at school. My teacher was a science teacher, but he was also Christian.
Hmm.
And I was asking him questions one day because he mentioned his faith.
Right.
And for whatever reason, all we had to do was kneel down and pray together.
Yep.
And that was, dude, I cried. That's like, why was I crying? I asked for salvation. It's like, I wasn't emotional. I wasn't the crying type. I've never have been. And just
Right.
randomly, I asked to be saved. And in that moment, I knew that was it. I was welcome into the kingdom. When my time comes, I know where I'm going, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then there's a lot of little things that have popped up over the years that it's what they call God winks.
Okay.
I think for a few years, I was just kind of, single, and I wanted to be the family guy. I wanted to be the husband, and dating was horrible. It was a nightmare. I hated dating.
It can be, yeah. But that's only if you're going after the wrong people, I guess.
Yeah, and you don't want them to be the wrong people.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
But I did my little prayer one night where I just said, as a kind of a cry out to, just put me on the right path to find the right person, and sure enough, it wasn't long after that I met Breezy.
Aw.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good coffee. That's one reason I married her.
Yeah, because it talks about that in Matthew 7, right? You ask it, it'll be given to you. Seek it, you shall find. Knock, it shall be opened, right? And, for everyone that asks, receives. And
Amen.
if you seek it, you'll find it, right? So, and if you knock, it'll be opened. So, I mean, if you really want it, God will give it to you. But too much is, to whom much is given, much is expected at the same time. So, right?
Amen.
And then
You want to be careful what you ask for, though, because
Yeah.
he's pretty smart with it. So you better be ready.
mhm.
She's not wrong, because what is it? There's a quote from the movie Evan Almighty. Have you ever watched that?
I don't think I have, no. But
So
Does-
there's a clip. I don't know if I can put it in here, but I highly recommend the movie. It's funny, obviously, but it's got the moral parts behind it. But if you pray for courage, do you think
Right.
God gives you the opportunity to be courageous, or do you think He just gives you courage? He gives you the opportunity.
Yeah, he'll give you opportunity for sure.
Yeah, so it's like if you pray for something, He gives you the opportunity to do these things. It's
Right.
I'm really butchering the quote, but yeah, you'd have to see the movie or something.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So yeah, that's where Breezy's coming from with that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Just the same vein, Matthew 7, 24, I believe. It talks about a man who hears the words and acts on them, and it'll be compared to a man building his house on the rock. And of course, the rains came, floods came, winds blew, slammed against the house, but it didn't fall because it's been founded on that rock, right? And that rock is Christ. But whoever doesn't hear them, because that's a choice, you can either choose to listen or choose not to. It says, if you don't act on them, you'll be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. So the rain fell, floods came, winds blew, slammed against the house, and it fell.
You got it.
It's it's pretty interesting, and there's a lot of little Easter eggs too that God leaves in the Bible for everybody, but you got to look for them. Why does He do that? Because He wants you to seek. He's not looking for, someone who just kind of rolls their eyes and goes, "Oh, well, God won't see that." God sees everything.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to fool Him. You may think you are, but you're not. And like I said before, and say it again, the devil's greatest lie is to make you think that He doesn't exist. And well, the state of the world proves that very, 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 very truthful.
Facts,
I mean,
yo.
yeah. Well, I mean, if you really want to get into it, the meat of it, uh,
Maybe
when
we'll get there.
everybody's heard that story, I'll paraphrase it, but when everybody's heard this, or at least they should have, when Jesus and Satan are talking on the top of that mountain,
Cat just
that
jumped on
was
the
a
desk.
choice.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Mm.
Right? So Jesus gave him, or Satan gave him a choice. Well, bow down and worship me. All this will be yours. He didn't. And, well, therefore, this world is his, clearly.
Oh, he has some power over it for sure. But he definitely doesn't have the authority to give away much. Only what God allows him to give away. Because it's not really his.
Yeah.
It was just pretty much just a trick, I think.
Yeah.
Because,
Matthew 4 talks about Jesus being led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil.
Mm-hmm.
And after he had fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, he then became hungry. Now, remember, God is 100% man, 100% human. So, therefore, the body needs to be nourished. And the tempter, of course, came, and he said, if you are the Son of God, command that these stones become bread. And he answered, he said, it is written, man shall not live on bread alone, but on every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. The devil took him into the holy city and had him stand on a pinnacle of the temple and said, if you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and on their hands they will bear you up or heal you, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. Jesus said to him, on the other hand, it is written, you shall not put the Lord God to the test. And again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of this world and their glory. And he said to him, all these things I will give you, if you fall down and worship me. Then Jesus said to him, go, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God and serve him only. And of course the devil left. And then angels began to minister to him. And then he begins his ministry after that. But, of course, he is on a very short leash.
Indeed he is.
And people will often confuse the fact that Satan is ultra powerful. And yes, he is. He's very powerful. And the people who think that they can take him on, there will not be able to. Just like the people who get involved in ghosts and demons and all this other, they would rip you apart if it wasn't for God holding them back.
That's true.
People like Mr. Zach Baggins and people of that nature saying, come to me and take me on. Well, they could, and they would have ripped him to shreds. Read the Bible, you'll see that.
Oh, yeah.
But, just things I've been involved in and I've seen. So I come from a different background than Mr. Silent and Mrs. Breezy, but, I've seen things that they probably haven't, and I wouldn't wish them to see. Because it messes you up, but it also makes you realize where you stand and what's actually going on in the world. So now you've started to see former witches and people from Islam and things like that turning to Jesus because, well, his time is coming and Satan's time is coming because he knows it's short. But, my experience was, not the greatest, not the worst, but always had God in my life, but not the way that I know him now. Kind of got introduced a little bit Roman Catholic. Did it that way for many, many years. And kind of got brought out of it by a good friend. And I thought he was nuts. I really did. I thought he was absolutely insane. And the more he started talking, the more I started thinking. And then that's when God tapped me and said, hey, what you're doing ain't right. I need you for this, 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 and this. Still not doing everything because I'm not perfect and I'm a lazy human being who has my own ideas and my own thoughts on things. So this is why Yeah, I mean, this is why talking with Mike there, I wanted to get something under the way that's good, at least something that's beneficial. Because games, and I'm going to be completely blatant, games are a waste of your time, complete and utter waste of time. They steal your time away from God, and they blind you to what's really going on around in the world. Now, the caveat, of course,
Excuse me.
is there anything completely wrong with playing video games? I don't believe so. But intention is everything, understanding is everything, interpretation is everything. So, to the gamer people out there, no, I don't hate video games. I rather enjoy them, but it does steal your time away. And anybody who's anybody can say that. Oh, I've got how many hours into this game? How many hours into that game? I had over 250 hours into Diablo 4. I had over 150 hours
Did we
into
really?
yeah. Well, me
Holy-
personally,
Oh,
I had
yeah, well-
over 160 hours into Elden Ring.
We played Diablo 4 together, though.
Yeah, by the way, welcome welcome into the chat,
Yeah.
Holly.
The fourth sinner
Hey.
arrives to the
Yeah,
table.
the fourth sinner arrives.
She's a little
Hey,
late.
girl,
That's,
hey.
that's not a sin.
The quacktastic one.
Yes.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, as I was saying, my background, friend came after many years of not seeing him. He had completely changed his life, gave his life to Christ, and started telling me about it. I thought he was absolutely insane, as most worldly people do, because I wasn't really, following God. I just believed that there was one. And that's a big, big, big difference. So, big contrast. Believing and knowing are two different things. So, if you can believe and know, hey, you'll really, really be blessed if you keep with it.
And it can be
So-
extremely beneficial.
Yes, 100%. Because
Excuse me.
I shouldn't have what I have, period. And, you can read the book of Job if you want. There's a good example of that. You'll have questions. You'll have some, well, why? It might even throw you off. But, before you do any research, make sure you get to know Christ first. It's not complicated. It doesn't involve money. It doesn't involve joining a cult. It's
No.
a personal relationship with Him. That's it. It's very easy. It doesn't have to be complicated.
And
You
what
just
and what are the negatives to being a follower of Jesus? You love people more. What's so bad about
Well-
that? You really? I mean,
Well, and that's the one thing I always said. If I die tomorrow and I was wrong about God, what harm have I done?
Exactly.
I've lived as a good person who loved their neighbor, who did everything they could to help everyone around them. Like,
Mm.
you can't go wrong, right?
you really can't.
Exactly.
And you're just, it's like, okay, so you don't believe, right? And then, but what if there is a hell? What if you're wrong and there is a hell and we just want to keep you out of it? Who wouldn't
Yeah.
want to know that they're going somewhere peaceful?
That's right. And there's a lot of people who claim to be Christian, but they are not. So, you've got these churches like, I can't even think of the name of it now, but it was a Baptist church, I believe, and they were really popular at one point. But
Oh,
they literally went to a gay person's funeral and told his mother that he's burning in hell.
Westboro Baptist.
Wept. Yeah, that's the
Westboro,
one.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
I
So-
will.
And
Don't even get me started.
yeah, so I mean, that's not something that any reasonable Christian would go and do. That's just
God-fearing
pure.
Christian.
That's right. That's just pure evil, demonic behavior, and we don't support that kind of a doctrine or anything like that.
Absolutely not.
Everybody's a sinner, no matter what you're doing, whether you're gay, lesbian, whatever. Not going to get into all that, but a sin is a sin is a sin is a sin. So
So and so like anybody who is is gay, if they're listening to this, I mean, it's like, okay, you're gay. Some people look at porn. So some people look at, drinking excessive alcohol. There, it's gluttony. There's lust. I mean, there's all kinds of different sins. They're not all the same, but they're equally as bad.
That's right. And the caveat to that, the cure for that is Christ. 100%.
Preach.
So, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, I know it's really hyper focused on the internet and things like that. People going and preaching on corners and going to the pride parades and things like that. But if you are called to do, then go do, but do so in love, not in hatred.
Absolutely.
And of course, like I said before, people tend to either do it out of hatred or they don't, it's not well understood. They don't understand why they're doing it. They're not doing it in love. So how do you do that in love? Well, you tell them the truth. And that's love, because God told us the truth, right?
And you love them just like Jesus would love. Jesus loves all of us. And if you're one of those people that you're like, well, I don't love Jesus and I don't need him in my life, I'm telling you right now, if you were angry, yeah, I mean, besides just wrong, I mean, if you were angry and Jesus was standing in front of you and you just want to beat your fist against his chest, you know what he's going to be doing in return? He's going to be having his hands on your back, hugging you while you're smacking his chest. Because that's who he is. Yeah. Think about the prodigal son, the parable. He left his home with his fortune. He squandered it all. He did all the wrong that he could do. He goes home to his father, thinking that his father is just going to absolutely hate him and be so disappointed. And what does he do? He hugs him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Slaughters
love.
his fist.
Yeah, there you go.
Throws a feast.
Yeah, puts new sandals and a ring on his finger.
Yeah.
Mm.
And again, anybody who's listening to this, if we're not here to judge, we're not here to preach, we're here to learn. We're just sharing our testimonies, who we are. We're still going to play the games. We're still going to do different chats, and we're tinkering with a little section of recording things where we just talk about things.
Yep.
I think we're gonna call it Midnight Snacks. So,
I just want to touch on one thing. Don said there's a lot of people who claim to be Christian and they aren't. With that, it's very hard to say that about someone because you don't know their heart, right? So just based off works, that might be how it's perceived. But at the end of the day, we don't know their hearts. So I think that's kind of a hard line to draw, right?
It can be, because some people's hearts are in the right place. They just might be a little misguided.
Right. Poor execution, but right intention.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like not to draw a comparison, but going into the entertainment stuff, anybody who's familiar with the show Smallville, or even in general the characters Superman and Lex Luthor, I'm just going to throw this out there. Yes, I'm a nerd. I get it. Lex Luthor never saw himself as the villain.
No.
If you, I know this is really bad comparison to,
But it's the truth.
Yeah,
like he never saw himself. He was just doing what he needed to do to survive, right?
Yeah, he was against Superman because he saw him as a threat. So in his eyes, he was the hero always. So think about it like that. Some people, though they may do things and push like really bad things, like the ends justify the means, doesn't necessarily mean their hearts were in the wrong place. They're just, this is how they're doing now. What you do is you try to lead them back. That guidance is important.
Now, are we going to use that to justify the Holocaust? No.
No. Golly.
But In minor cases, absolutely.
That's
Yes.
the thing too. God has a plan for everything,
Exactly.
and He also gave you those choices. So, there was a video online that I watched earlier today about a street preacher. He went and he was speaking out against the LGBT community, and he wasn't hateful or anything, and very respectful. But the other person on that side was yelling and screaming and calling him names and carrying on, and you know that's kind of what you're saying. You don't see yourself as the villain. Now, I'm not saying that those people are villains. They're just as lost as we are. But when you come to know Christ and you start to do what He actually wants you to do, and you're doing it like what First Corinthians is talking about. Love is patient, love is kind, it is not jealous, it doesn't brag, it is not arrogant, it does not act disgracefully. See, disgracefully there in number 5. It does not seek its own benefit. It is not provoked. Do not keep an account of wrong suffered. It does not rejoice in what? Unrighteousness. But it does what? Rejoices with the truth. It keeps every confidence. It believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails, but there are gifts of prophecy that they will be done away with. And then it goes on to talk about that. But my point is this. When I was a child, I used to speak like a child, think like a child, reason like a child. When I became a man, I did away with childish things. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I will know fully, just as I also have been fully known. But now faith, hope, and love remain. These 3, but the greatest of all these is love. So, when he's talking about, when I was a child, you speak like a child. So if you're not doing your research, you sound foolish.
Yeah.
When you say things without thinking, you're thinking like a child and you reason like one. So when you're like, if you went to an event or whatever it is, and you started yelling these things, oh, you're going to burn in hell, or you go to a person's funeral and you say these things to a mother who is grieving, that's disgusting. That is wrong. That is ill. God does not make excuse for that. And I'll say this, Christians are one of the worst representatives for Christ and His ministry. That is not how we're to behave in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
I think the thing too. Sorry, Mike.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say the thing too is when you say Christians are the worst representation, it's always the ones with extremists, right? That always have the worst press, and I find it's hard for people to have a genuine conversation when they know your religious affiliation. Like for example, over the holidays, talking to my sister, it was a nightmare because she instantly shut down the second I was able to back anything up with the Bible, right? So it's hard to be the non-evil Christian because the second they hear something they don't want to hear, they instantly shut down and you're the worst.
Well, that's a worldly interpretation. But like I said,
yes, I didn't mean like you're actually the worst.
No, I know. I just mean like that's what it's talking about in First Corinthians.
You're
right?
just the worst.
Do so in love, right?
Yeah. Well, and that's the
you're
thing. Like, even the conversation with my sister, for example, it was done purely out of love.
Right.
But her instinct was to shut down and get defensive.
Yes, because people
don't like to hear that they're wrong, and they don't like to be shown the proof that they're wrong.
Well, I mean, it's like when you, it's like, you go to a grocery store and you buy a chocolate cake and you put it in the fridge and then you're sitting there and after dinner you're like, oh, I'm going to have a piece. And then a little bit later you'll be like, well, I'll just have a little bit more. By the time you know it, the whole thing is gone.
Yeah. And then you're diabetic.
Or you're not feeling well, and that's like, and that's a perfect example of sin. Oh, I'll just do a little bit. Oh, just this time. Well, that's right,
yeah.
and that's
I won't do it again.
That's
one
right.
time won't hurt.
That's right, and the devil, that's where he lives.
Who am I hurting?
Yeah, exactly, right. Nobody sees it. Nobody will, or whatever. And we can get beyond the LGBT stuff. Look at Hollywood. Look at the disgusting stuff they're putting out in Hollywood. You know, it's just absolutely evil coming out of Hollywood. Absolute evil, complete and utter evil. And people may scoff and laugh at me all they want, but I mean, when you have movies like what is it? The horror movie, the Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah,
they're
who
a
needed
horror
that?
movie.
Come on.
And
Yeah,
there's,
who need, what?
you
That's
know, I mean, I get it. They're out of ideas, but people aren't going to watch it. It's a terrible film. It's got like 3 point something out of 10, the first one, and I think the second one isn't out yet. But all
It
of these
actually
things
got a
too, and if
second one?
people are,
Yeah.
I think they're working on it. Yeah,
ugh.
but if you actually look at the movies that are coming out, it's so symbolic, and if you're looking for it, you're going to see it, or you won't, and that's a choice. So, if you look at, it doesn't even matter what the movie is. A lot of these movies have a satanic origin. Why? Because Satan is living there,
Hollywood.
his spirit, And I'm not saying he's living there personally. He's got bigger fish to fry.
Mm.
But all of his fallen angels, they're doing a lot of work right now. Complete and like a lot of work. If you look, for instance, we joke about OnlyFans a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That website is pure filth, absolute filth. And people, men, are going to these sites. Why?
It's
Because
not just men, though.
Well, I know,
That's
but I'm
true.
just saying, in my perspective,
Yeah, that's fair.
these models, which are fathers' daughters. Let's keep that in mind, okay, men? Yes, I'm calling all of you out because they are other men's daughters. Let's just throw that out there, okay? A lot of these women, and they are women, but just barely over the age of 18. I don't know what the age accountability is there for that, but I think it's 19.
It's
but I don't
18.
remember. It's 18. Okay, so these women are making millions of dollars by what? Selling sexual content.
Yeah,
I
at the
don't know if I
cost
can
of
put that
their
on.
self-respect
Exactly,
and
right?
dignity. I mean, it's just, yeah.
Right. And I don't know if he's still alive, but Nakado Avocado, he makes $6 million a year by doing
No,
what?
he did.
Oh, he died finally. Okay. Well, he was making.
I'm pretty sure he died.
Yeah,
I'll look.
we'll have to blur out the died part there, Mike.
Oh, well.
YouTube doesn't like that word. But,
Yeah, well, we say it all the time when we're playing games. So
True. Yeah, they might. I just don't
Oh,
want.
no, he's not dead.
Okay. Well, either way, he's making $6 million a year. What does he do? He eats.
Not anymore.
He does. He eats food. That's all he does.
No, so what? Not anymore, because he started recording those videos,
Yeah.
and then he recorded them, and then he had weight loss surgery, and he lost all the weight while these videos were being posted.
Okay.
And then he just popped up online, and he's like, I lost 250 pounds. And everyone's like, what the freak?
Right. And then, James Charles, $2 million a year.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Hey, we're Christians here. We don't hate anybody.
I don't hate him. I just really don't like what he stands for and the influence he has over young kids.
And it's
And
even.
it just.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. It goes on and on and on and on and on. And, you wonder why marriages fail. You wonder why women get divorced and men are cheating and doing Tinder and da 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 da. All of these things are available at the click of a button. All of them.
Well, and it's become the social norm now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
So
monogamy isn't a thing anymore.
Right.
So we actually encourage people to, find a spouse, do the family thing, guaranteed happiness. I mean, it really is. Just
Yes.
It really is.
But with that, there's a lot of responsibility. So
yes, it's not easy.
No, it's not. And, we won't go too far down that road, but
No offense,
But
Crazy.
that's what can make a marriage. Well, that's what can make a marriage beautiful, is because of the trials that you go through and
Yeah.
how you work through them. That's what makes a marriage beautiful.
Exactly.
yes, it's an investment, right?
And
So,
when you can have a relationship like that, you're gonna argue. But the fact is,
No,
when you
100%.
when you have that argument, it doesn't mean you're gonna end in a breakup. It just means
Mhm.
you're gonna have a fight, and then you're gonna make up later, and it's awesome and it's wonderful, and then you're gonna have another fight, and then you get to make up again, and it's just you just love each other, and it's just having a marriage and family focus in your life. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, that's one of the first things I told Dawn. We're married. You're mad at me? Get over it. This doesn't end because you're mad.
Now, Dawn, does that work the other way around? When you do you tell her to get over it? Does she just get over it? Because if that trick works,
Listen,
not really.
I don't
no.
have to get over it. He has to get over it. I can dwell on it for as long as I need to.
I just wanted to see if there was a trick here that, hey, Breezy, I will not say get over it ever again. I promise.
That's probably for the best.
Now, can I share something
Yeah.
Of
No.
course.
about the whole marriage thing?
No,
No, I'm being
no,
serious.
go ahead.
I'm being serious here.
I know. I'm just
I
messing.
won't go into full details because obviously, a lot of it's personal. But, just an example of, how beautiful a marriage can be. The first few years of Mikey and I's marriage, and I put a lot of blame on myself for this. But about the first few years of our marriage, I had some, anger issues, and that kind of hurt our marriage a little bit. But
Well, you were married to me, so it come naturally. I know.
hold
I
on.
got you.
Hold on. I'm going somewhere with this. But because we both put because we both have God in our marriage, I feel like we went to hell and back because we had God in our marriage. He's the one that helped pull us through and reconnect a lot of things, and he's honestly helped me get through a lot of my issues, along with some medical stuff, but a lot of it was through him. I realized that I needed to work on myself, and so that's when I decided to really take time to talk to God about my issues, and have him ask him to help me get through them and help me I don't know if I'm saying this right or not, so just bear with me, but reconnect our marriage in a way. Like, if that does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we've had some ups and downs, some pretty hard downs, but we've always recovered because a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken.
Exactly. So if you have
Yeah.
God in your marriage, you can get through anything.
And I think
Anything and
it's
everything.
pretty common, I think, for newlyweds to go through that, because even Dawn and I, we were together for a year and a half before, almost 2 years before we got married. No, 2.5 years before we got married. And the first year and a half was a nightmare.
Mm.
It was the hardest year and a half of our entire relationship was the first year that we were married, I think. And at that time, I had pretty much walked away from God. Dawn was the only one who was talking about it. He was the only one who was studying. He was the only one who was doing any of it. And it was because of him that I found my way back. And I feel like that has helped both of us immensely, both of our for like personal issues and in our marriage.
That's awesome. And you
But
know what's funny? Not a lot of people know this, and we're not gonna obviously give out where we are in our lives, but like we live very far apart from each other.
14 and a half hours.
Yeah, it's a long way. But we found a lot of our similarities. Like you guys got married like a week before we did.
We were supposed to get married the same day you guys did, but we had to
Yeah.
move it because my dad was working out of town.
that's wild.
And
Yeah.
there's so many little connections. I can't think of all of them right now, but like the reason why I bring that up, it's another one of those things about friendship and praying and God sending people into your life. God knew that Breezy and I needed friends like you, and that's something.
Yes.
And same over here.
Yeah, and so we've been friends, you think, forever.
For a lifetime, it feels like.
But
Oh yeah.
but we've only actually known each other maybe 2 years.
A year and a half.
Well, I mean, year and a half is how long we've been doing YouTube, I think. Almost a year and a half. Almost 2 years in July, I think.
Really? Yeah, so it's been a year and a half, but it's almost been 2 years.
But yeah, Don and I
It was
met
right after your birthday that we met.
after my birthday.
When I met you guys.
Oh, it was. Yeah, I guess it was. But yeah,
Yeah, because Don sent you something for your birthday, and I'm like, who are you sending stuff to? And he's like, oh.
Oh no, I think
He's
that was.
like, you really like them, and you should.
I think that was around Christmas. See, Don and I met through a Facebook Christian group, gaming group, and he was like, "Oh, you want to play this game called Lethal Company?" And I was like, "No, not really." He bought it for me anyway, and I was like, "Oh, well, hey Breezy, this random dude sent me a game he wants me to play with him, so I guess I'm obligated to play it now." And then, dude, we hit it off like immediately.
Is that the one where you killed him?
No. That was a way out. That was
Oh.
before.
Don't talk about that.
That was before YouTube started. We played a way out together, and I think we should, if we get enough people to
Stop
find
it.
interest in it, we should play it for the channel.
Someone's a little salty about how that ended.
But I
Yes.
think,
And it's not Michael.
but I think a way out, and I think Chained Together was one of the first games that
Chained
we.
Together was hilarious. Watching
Chained
you
Together
guys
was
play.
great,
Oh yeah.
and I think Chained
That's the
Together
best.
really sealed the friendship.
Yeah.
And the whole YouTube thing was Don's idea. Let's be clear about that. It was not my.
All of this was because of Dawn.
It was because of Don. Take the credit.
Even me and Breezy hanging out and joining this little foursome because of Dawn.
Pretty much.
yeah.
You brought us together, man. And good job. It's one of the best things you've ever done in my life, was bringing us all together.
Hey, now.
agree.
I have 2 things upstairs that are the best thing he ever did.
Well, on our end,
I didn't do any of that though. That wasn't me.
Well, you gave me part of it.
But
I couldn't have done that on my own.
No, I know. I just took the lead.
he did his
Like-
part. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Did he
no,
ever?
but no, he Don wanted to do YouTube. I offered to edit his videos, and he's like, "No, dude, you got to be in the videos." So, and now I have an obsession with editing videos. Thanks a lot.
He really does enjoy editing.
Oh, it's so much fun. I just love it. I didn't know how much I
Like
would
watching
love
them
it.
when you're done.
Yeah. And, shout out to my mom for being our biggest supporter, especially with GTA videos. She loves them.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Mm-hmm.
She won't watch this, though.
We love Ma.
We do. But yeah, so this is just a little get to know us kind of thing. There's going to be more things like this, hopefully, People enjoy it. And again, you don't have to like us. You don't have to subscribe to this. We would like it if you did. Feel free to comment. If you're on your own journey with Jesus, we'd love to hear about it. Comment. We do our best to entertain people.
Let us know.
Yeah, I mean, and if
Or
you
even
have questions,
if you want to send,
yeah,
If you're struggling, if you're having a hard time, if you want to talk, yeah.
or
we're
even
here.
if you want to tell us about your journey and how you found God, just send us an email.
Or if you're interested in getting to know more, like, hey, I don't know everything, but I'm here to help.
And I'll tell you, if you have questions, Don is one of the best people to talk to because if he doesn't know the answer, he'll find it for you. And
yeah.
he will not stop until he finds that answer.
yeah,
I
Yep.
sent him down that rabbit hole a couple of weeks ago.
yeah. And that's the thing.
And he came into bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and he's like, I found it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, but I'm sleeping, so talk in the morning.
When Don gets on his Bible talk, he gets on a Bible talk.
So yeah.
It's pretty
That's
awesome.
that's why we have to cut this short at 50 minutes because, or well, you know, we're about to wrap it up because if we get him started again, it's going to be like it's 9:53.
2.5 hours easily.
It's
That's my
9:53
children, they
p.m.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be 4
The
in the
kids
morning before he's
eventually
done.
just start tuning him out.
But yeah, we just want to entertain people. We'll keep the gaming. Obviously, we have fun doing that together. That's our time where we get to bond with each other. So there is going to continue to be more of that. But also look for these little podcasts popping up here and there. Sitting with Sinners,
There's going
Midnight
to be more of
Snacks.
them, just like.
What's that?
So there's going to be more of them.
Oh yeah, we're going to do more.
Yeah, this year our family, like our house, is really taking a turn in how we do things. And we're more centered around God this year. And we're doing things very differently in order to make sure the kids are centered around God. And we want them to grow up and understand how important it is and the proper way that they should be living.
Mm-hmm.
And setting that precedent for them. So we're really doing a huge flip on how we do things in our house, and I think this is going to be a huge part of Dawn's flip and lighting that fire again, eh, babe?
Yeah, I think so. Because this channel is, like, I'm not saying it's terrible, but I want the growth to be better, but I want it to be for a positive thing. And I know you guys have heard me, and if you follow us on X, I know I want to do better for people in my community as well as others. And I know there's a lot of that going on, but I think there needs to be a lot more. And I think that I don't know if I'll be able to do it better, but I think that, you know, or in Mike's or in Breezy's community as well, like there's a lot of things that we want to do. We want to do like a big cookout. We want to do barbecue. We want to do donations. We want to do giveaways for you guys. And it really sucks that it's not free and things aren't free, but I think with the power that we could potentially have with you guys watching and commenting and liking and telling your friends and just
Share the
making,
videos.
making a
Yeah.
community out of this, whether it's 100 million or 100,000 or even 10,000, whatever happens. But I think that if we really buckle down on it this year, we can make some good positive impact for the communities and a lot of incredible charities that could really use the help. So,
And we can't
if you
do
guys
it
want,
without you guys. We really can't.
No,
I
it
mean,
It doesn't
it's,
even have to be in our community. Like if we get to that point and we hear of other communities or other areas that need the support, we'll be able to make it happen.
yeah, no, I just mean like
it's the goal.
in general.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
It is a goal.
If you guys want to be part of that, we would love it. And I think that with the positivity and the Lord backing us, we'll be unstoppable. And like Mike said earlier, if this isn't your cup of tea, that's okay. I get it. I mean, I really do.
We're not for everybody.
We're not here. No, we're not forcing nothing on y'all. This is just
It's us having fun and
it's
talking.
Well,
it's
and
it's
if
my
you're here
goal,
for-
my idea. This is what I want to do with the channel, and this is what I've always wanted to do with the channel. But I've been kind of a little bit afraid because I don't want people to get the wrong impression or hate God because of me, or we say we're Christian and we are playing these games, or we're cussing in videos and things. So I think accountability is a big part of becoming a better Christian and a better follower of Christ. And we don't really need that kind of garbage. So positivity going forward.
And
This is what.
again,
Go ahead.
that's what we're working on in our house, right? Is accountability in our language and how we speak. So my duck sounds are hopefully gonna
Be minimal.
decrease over the next little bit to a 0. But that's really something that I've been working on, and I know Mike and Breezy and Dawn are nowhere near as bad as I am. But being raised by a trucker, you get very liberal with your language.
First of all, of the 4 of us, there's no sound for me. Just so you know.
Listen,
I know.
that's because you edit yours out.
Don't anybody listening, don't believe that. I don't edit mine out.
Baloney.
If I had a sound, I would put it in there.
It'd be a fart noise because you're full of hot air.
That's true. I probably would use a fart noise. I would most definitely use a fart noise.
The overall goal for this channel, this podcast, I'm going to put more time into it. We definitely want to do some studies. We're going to do a lot of fun things. We're going to look at the world around us. We're going to dissect things, movies and music, and just really cool things like that, stuff that I'm interested in.
That's for the midnight snacks for sure.
And then there's a couple that Breezy and I wanted to do as well, more about the women's role in faith and in the home and in the church and even biblical, the women's roles in the Bible. We want to do a dive on that as well for the female listeners.
Yeah.
And for all the females that are already barking about it, it's not, what's that douchebag's name that I can't think of? Mr. Tate.
Which one?
Oh,
It's not Andrew Tate oriented. It has nothing to
Oh
do
gosh,
with it.
no.
I am not that type of man. I am not. Mike
And
is
I'm not that type of woman.
Oh no.
It's people aren't going to like it, but I'm just going to say it. There are roles. There are defining roles. A man has his role. A woman has her role. Men are like Jeeps. We protect. We build. We discipline. Things that we're built to do. Women
It's
have
like I
their
told the
role
kids.
as well, right?
It's like I told the kids, I can give you bricks, and I can give you mortar, and I can give you tools, and I can just say build a house. How are you going to build it?
Right.
I can give you the foundation. I can give you the building blocks to do it. Dad's going to give you the step-by-step instructions. He's going to give you the manual. He's going to go in depth with you on these things. That's kind of the easier analogy for it, right?
Right. It's cohesive. It's not singular.
We're a team, and my role in the team is different than your role in the team.
Right. A forward can't technically be a goalie or vice versa, or, maybe that's a bad example, but people who understand will understand. People who don't want to understand won't understand. And people who do want to understand, bring it on. Ask questions. We're here. I'm here.
Yeah. And
If you don't like it, let us know.
Yeah, we'll learn together.
I mean, you can spit hate all you want. I'm just going to spit love because
It's funny too, because if anyone knows me, they know that I am the least. I am not submissive in any aspect of our marriage. Like, I am very much alpha female. I organize. Everything revolves around my planning and my doing, and we're a team. We work together. Like, I am in no sense of the word submissive.
No joke.
And for me to say this is not my role, right? And for me to say this is not my role is a huge thing for me because it's something I struggle with. I'm like, why can't I? Fight me. Like, and now I'm like, no, 100% it's not my role, and I understand that now, but my role is just as important in a different way.
Yeah. So on that note, maybe next time we do a podcast, a little something for the midnight snack. I think I would like to do some talking about some movies, especially with the trailer I just saw for Avengers Doomsday.
Yep. Do it in
Holy
sequence.
Moses! Yeah.
We'll walk through and we'll go through the the hornet's nest on that.
Sure. But anyway, that's something
Yeah.
I'm anxious to talk about. I'm anxious to talk about some older stuff that we've seen, some classics maybe even. But yeah, on that note, we'll bring this first Night Gaming Sitting with Sinners to an end. Thanks anybody who listened.
Right.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, we absolutely. And if you have
So-
questions, let us know. Comment, email us, whatever. I'm here to help if I can.
And if we're
Um,
if we don't know, we would love to find out.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah, if I don't know, I'm going to tell you straight up. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm comfortable with that.
But he'll find out and he'll tell you in the next podcast.
yeah.
Yeah, more than likely, I will try. Yep, we can do a segment of
Answering
AMAs
questions,
or
yeah.
answer questions, whatever. Like it's
We're gonna
at
have
the
to get
end of-
another headset and bring Lee in for a couple of these, I
Yeah.
think.
The podcast is just beginning. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
So is
thank
the
you
channel.
everybody so much.
Yeah.
It's going to be taking a turn, and some people are going to leave, and some people are going to stay. But you know what? It's all good
Yeah.
because I got to do what I got to do.
But the gaming content is still going to happen as well. So
That's
if you're
what I
here
mean.
for the gaming and here for this, that's fine. Just skip over it.
If you're interested, let your let your ears hear and your eyes see, and I can guarantee you won't go back.
So yeah, thanks again everybody, and we hope you stick with us because it's like they said, we're just getting started.
Thanks, y'all. God bless you.
I was just going to say that.
We can all say it. God bless you.
Bless your heart.
Love you guys. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Night night.